look at second cutting. You can tell it's a little different windrow size than we did yesterday. I got this thing opened up not as wide as we can make them. I want to get as much sun penetrating down, as much wind into these windrows as we can. Try to get this stuff dry. We're not going to be tedding it, at least I hope we don't have to. Today's Monday. It's about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And we need to get this dry so we can get it all baled Thursday and picked up. Push comes to shove, I may not square bale anything in this field. We'll round bale everything, pick up what we can, and just let it get rained on if we can. So we'll see how things go. I'm just ready to keep moving here. I just don't want to take any chances to miss opportunities. Otherwise, I probably would have waited for a better window, but just the way this year's been, how much stuff's kind of piling up, we just got to keep moving. But yeah, so yesterday we tightened it up pretty good. Made some smaller windrows. It was already soaking wet. I'm hoping to make them a little bit smaller so the ground between the rows can dry out a little bit. And then that was going to get tedded out today. I think he already got it all tedded, I assume. I don't really know what's going on. Haven't had a chance to go look. We had a burial at work, so I had to deal with all of that today. I work for the township. We manage the cemeteries. So we had a cremation burial today, so I had to be at work today for that. We'll be taking off some work later in the week to rake and bale this hay. But that being said, just we're mowing what we can and hoping it'll be enough to get us done. This being mowed a day later, I'm hoping it's dry a day later, so we aren't pushed to feel like we have to get it all done in one day. That's a lot of hay to bale in one day, at least for us. Kind of medium-sized operators, I would think. I don't know. I mean, there's definitely folks out there much bigger than I am, and there's plenty of folks who still out there baling with the John Deere 14T. Nothing wrong with that, but 60 acres is a whole lot of hay. 43 acres were mowed yesterday. This is 25, so that put us at 68 acres mowed on consecutive days. So we're going to be baling 68 acres this week. Clover's fairly thin. Second cut clover looks really nice though. Excited for that. The second cut alfalfa we mowed right after it. 14 acres there. Fairly thin on the north end. Definitely not even near as thick as this on the south end, the thicker end. This field's going to put out some tonnage. I don't know what that 14 acres. We're in a small square bale. That's the intention. I guess it'd be anywhere from 350, 450 patented bales, give or take. It might do as many as maybe 500s, but I don't know. Hard to say till we get in it. This might put out quite a few round bales. I'm guessing if we round bale the whole thing, there'll probably be over 100 round bales here, but maybe not. It is some nice looking hay, bloomed out pretty good. It's time to get her done. I got my ground's ready too. The hay itself's probably not quite ready. The alfalfa and the grass, the new seeding, but it's starting to get a little weedy. I didn't spray anything on it like I maybe should have. We were doing an alfalfa grass mix on the south field of the house, so you really can't spray anything on that. So that kind of limits our options. This is the tip right here. Let's straighten this out. But the grass field, the north field, the 19 acres, probably could have put some 2,4-D on it, had the elevator come out and spray it, but it is what it is, I guess. More tonnage this way. I don't think it's hurting to stand underneath. I suppose we'll find out once we get it mowed and see what comes back. We definitely have some stuff that needs planted. I wouldn't say replanted, I guess replanted. Mostly end rows where there isn't any weeds. It's kind of thin, so I don't know if we have overspray or because we did plant it a couple times, maybe I didn't overlap enough on the end rows like I did in the middle of the field. I don't really know, but I know come fall I'm going to go back in there and put some more grass seed down. What I can tell, the alfalfa's up about 6 to 8 inches. The weeds are up to my waist in some spots, so I'd like to get it mowed down, just get some clean slate. Kind of what we did last year with the new seeding. We did 9 acres, replanted new seeding. We did put oats with it, so that helped keep the first cut really a lot cleaner. I think we were making that about this time of year last year. Then made a second cutting on it, which is still kind of weedy. But man, did it come up nice, thick, and very nice, clean, pure stand of alfalfa this spring. So hoping we can kind of get that same objective and hit that same mark. This year's our new seeding. That's 19 acres of grass, which is mostly wheat, and 22 acres alfalfa. It should be like 42 total, but that's taken out like the ditch and the stuff. It might be around 40 some acres. 41. I don't know. It's 41, 42 acres here. And we still got 12 acres of first cutting to finish up. That stuff's pretty weedy. I was going to make it this go around, but there's some nicer hay that we're doing right now that we moved yesterday and today that I thought takes precedence over that because there was only going to be one cut anyways. He's not in a hurry for it to get off. It's going to be low quality hay anyways. So that's one of those I just figured whenever we get to it, we get to it. We're just going to round bale it, haul to auction right away and get rid of it. We don't have room for it inside. And I don't think I'm going to have a very good time, very much luck selling it to people for horse hay. So we'll round bale that, haul it straight to auction. Hopefully we can find a window big enough where I can just mow it, windrow it, and go and bale right out the windrow and not have to do any raking. Save me a trip down there because it's like 15 miles away. But there's going to be a lot of tonnage out there. We've done it a few times in the past. I don't know if we'll be able to get away with it this time around. We'll see. Well, we're raking a little bit of clover here today. Make some nice windrows here. Looks really good. Doesn't look like there's anything over there, but this rake does pick it up. Makes some nice looking rows. This is one of my favorite jobs to do on the farm, honestly, is raking hay. Take a field, looks like there's nothing there, turn it into something. It looks pretty nice. It's just really relaxing. Rig. Here's our windrows. These look pretty nice. Fluffy. Should get plenty of sunlight into them. Definitely drying, you can hear that. Maybe lost a little leaf raking it today. I don't know. I'm sure we did. It is what it is. Let's go to another one. There's a lot of green material I kicked up in certain spots, but it might have dried down quite a bit as we were raking, but you can see right there's a little spot. Not sure how much of this picks up on camera, but you can see that's pretty green. But all in all, I'm really hoping we can bale this tomorrow, because that'd really help us not have to do it as much on the day right before rain. Yeah, all raked up, looks beautiful. I don't know how this field's gonna go. We're raking it anyways. It's dry on the south end, or on the north end it's dry. The south end here, I don't know how much you can pick up on video. It is just wet, really wet. I don't know how this is all gonna go. Maybe I'll have to flip it over again tomorrow and just cross my fingers and pray for the best. This stuff is dried down very nice. Let's get some sun on it here. You can hear that. We mowed it yesterday. I might rake a few windrows today just to see how it's all looking, but it's definitely gonna be ready to rake tomorrow for sure. Might even be able to bale it tomorrow. Start baling. We got to get done with the clover first. I don't know if the alfalfa 14 acres we came from is even gonna go. Hopefully we can get that done the next couple days. That's some beautiful hay right there. I'll tell you what. Look at these big windrows. They're raking doubles. It's going pretty well. We're in the short rows right now because it wraps around that pasture. So that's how longer these rows here are. But then it goes all the way up towards the road there. You can't even see the end. It's got a hill that goes down. But looks like some beautiful hay. It's a little dry to be raking, to be completely honest. Took off work around 11:30 or so. Came out to start raking. Maybe should have left earlier, but oh well. Better to rake it a little dry than too wet. Well, just wrapping up the end rows right now. One more pass after this and we'll be done. Looks pretty nice.